welcome. This is Sahara playing Dragon Age Inquisition. We are in Skyhold, catching up with the party members after our saving the Empress.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture.
But what do you want?
Is becoming divine something you really want? When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Well, I can help.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it. And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corpheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
True. So to me it sounds like they both want it.
A message from Divine Justinia.
Are you alright?
That's a shock. You're right reading it. Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Oh, really?
Do you know what you're looking for? The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
No. I instruct you, she doesn't.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it? Justinia was a revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her. Is this you asking permission to leave for a bit? Well, yes. I can't imagine I'll be away from my post for very long. And I was hoping you would agree to come with me. Will you at least consider it? One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Okay. Anything else?
Inquisitor?
We're all connected.
You seem to know a great many people. I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable. What do you know of Morrigan? I first met her when we were traveling with the hero of Ferelden. We never really got along.
No.
Morrigan can be a powerful ally. Just never forget that she's here because she wants something.
Yep.
Work with her, learn from her, trust her if you must, but never underestimate her. We can continue this conversation later. You know where I am.
I agree with that assessment very much, of her.
At your service, my lady.
Anything else? Any updates?
Anything I should know? Celine has cemented power in Orlais. Good, we need an ally like her. At the moment, she's said to be rooting out the last of Gaspard's supporters. Once that is done, we will have a united Orlais behind the Inquisition. Anything I should know? I've nothing to report at the moment.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
All right, time to go down the stairs. Are these books gone from here? Can we finally pick them up? Nope. Okay, I need to go talk to Vivian first while I'm here. Where her door is where? Right here. Yep. Otherwise I'll totally forget about her. See, now we're going to have all these books sitting everywhere. Really? So what did you think of your trip back to Orlais?
My dear, I'm afraid I must ask you for help.
Really? Everyone has so far. Why not
There
you?
is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern.
Oh.
I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
Okay, heart. So tell me about this worm.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
You think so? So what is this formula?
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You won't tell me?
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but you won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would do no less for you, after all.
So why do you need my help?
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
Sure, I'll help you.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful.
You
I shall
slightly...
give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Okay. Did you leave me up here on the parapets? No, okay.
Did you need something, darling?
Let's talk about our friends. Tell me about yourself. Any chance we...
I'd like to know more about you, Madame Vivienne.
Whatever would you like to know?
I'm curious how a circle mage winds up a courtier.
Nobody winds up at court, my dear. It takes a great deal of effort.
Yeah, I think
to
we've
arrive
already been through all
I
that.
caught the eye of Duke Bastien de Gisley.
Yep.
An advent. When the position of Enchanter to the Imperial Court became vacant, I was able to secure it.
Okay. All right. Oh, here's another read. Oh, Vivian's alchemy notes. A suitable replacement for the Prometheus root must be derived, as the plant went extinct during the Second Blight. Dried red moss cut from a wandering hill has shown similar restorative effects. The emulsion of silverite and elfwood extract can counteract the fatal toxicity of red moss. The solution must be heated for exactly 75 minutes with magical flame. 75 minutes? That's odd. Mundane fires, regardless of fuel type, have been found to burn at too low a temperature. The heart of the snowy wyvern must be added at the last possible moment. The compound becomes unstable when exposed to light. Even if stored in perfect darkness, it is only viable for 3 days. It begins to degrade in potency in a matter of hours, and experimentation has shown that the age regression effect decreases steadily over time. Age regression? Effect decreases steadily over time from the moment it is synthesized. By the second day, the results are almost too subtle to detect, and by the third, it is entirely useless. So she's making
heads or tails of this. Age regression. Who is this potion for?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is it for her? Oh, okay, yeah. This is where I need to be. So, do you have anything to tell me?
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is. What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
Okay, so I had another
As you
request, huh?
Yes, Inquisitor.
So, turn in research. I have nothing to turn in? Come on. There we go. And Dorian is over here somewhere. Well, let's talk to Fiona.
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
Let's see, do we have anything? Everything is well?
I trust everything is well with the mages.
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security, although who knows for how long.
Okay.
I'll leave you to it.
Alright, so let's go talk to Dorian, my friend.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Should we do that more often?
That's something you'd like to do more often then?
Watch as you twist an entire empire around your little finger. Yes, please. Of course, that leaves only Tevinter. And it wouldn't work as well there.
No. Why not?
Our dances are so much more intense. If an evening lacks a murder, we sniff and call it a ball. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
Yeah, I heard that they can do that. So why can I still flirt with him when I know that he's gay?
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Popular topic. Anything specific?
Corpheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a magister.
Yes, but that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil War had ended. The Magisterium was united, its armies scooping up bits of Thedas like candy. The Magisters who entered the Black City. It was a demonstration of how exceptional Tevinter had become.
But who were they?
No one knows. There's no record of a Magister named Corpheus. All this happened 1400 years ago, before the Blight nearly wiped us out. There are no records. Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believe.
But it's not a story, nope.
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corpheus is. If he even remembers. There used to be families who claimed some of those Magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful, and the families distanced themselves from the tale. All we know is that some men and women entered the Black City looking for the old gods. What did they find? According to Corpheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
Boy, you want to be there? You want the bloodbath?
Fancy meeting you here.
Nope, that's enough. Okay.
I should go.
As you wish.
Alright, so let's go down the stairs, talk to Solus. I turned in my research. There's another book over there. He's got one here. Even though they don't mean anything now. But they're going to be on my... Okay, so how is this going? Oh, you've been busy. Okay. So how you doing, Solus?
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Sharal, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
You've seen this before?
You miss court intrigue. When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
So, yeah.
I hope you know that I didn't turn over Briala lightly. If I'd had another option.
What? Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
And you don't. Yeah, I agree. You're not the same.
Nor should you. You're not defined by the shape of your ears. They're not your people.
No, they are not. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, Briala did what she could. She was an admirable woman, even if her gambit failed.
I still want to help them, and I do.
Even if we couldn't help Briala, I hope we can make life better for Orlesian elves.
Stop Corpheus. That will do for a start. It speaks well of you to feel for the oppressed. Help them for that. Know them for what they are, instead of just seeing a pair of pointed ears.
Yep. I have large ears, Dumble ears. So I understand some of that. What was this door over here? Where did this one go? Oh, this one out here. Okay. Okay, so now we're here to talk to Barrick. You know, I don't see Mother Giselle out here anymore, ever since these people all moved out here, like the dining room kind of area. So I don't know where she hangs around at now.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
I think we already know about this.
More about Red Lyrium.
I'll tell you what I can.
How does it... Yeah.
I've seen it infect people like a disease and turn them to lyrium. How can it do that?
That's a good question. To tell the truth, we don't really know what that shit can do to a person. And I don't want to find out.
I'm agree on
I
that.
think that's enough on Red Lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Okay, let me see if we can get a little better angle here.
Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf?
We're just here to admire the dwarf.
What can you tell me about this Corpheus?
I'm not exactly an expert, but ask away and I'll answer what I can.
How did you find him? What is he? He said he should be dead.
How did you first encounter him?
A few years back, I was dealing with some trouble from a Carter clan that went rogue. They were sending assassins after the Hawk family. We tracked them to a rune in the Vimarks. It turned out to be a trap. Once you went far enough into the rune, there was a magic barrier that kept you from going back. The whole thing was a prison the Grey Wardens were using to hold what they thought was a powerful darkspawn.
I think we already know all this. Why didn't they just kill him?
I've never heard of wardens locking up Darkspawn. Why wouldn't they just kill him and be done with it?
I don't think they could. From what we saw in there, Corpheus can control wardens somehow. They couldn't attack him. The wardens locked him up because there was nothing else they could do.
Yeah, I think this kind of...
He looks like some sort of blighted creature, but he speaks. What is he exactly?
The wardens who imprisoned him thought he was just a darkspawn. But you heard him ranting. He claims he's a magister. One who assaulted the Golden City, what, more than 1,000 years ago? It seems crazy, but if he's telling the truth, he's one of the people who caused the blights.
You and Hawk both said before he was supposed to be dead.
He was dead. We killed him. The only way for us to escape the prison Corpheus was trapped in was to go through him. We weren't going to just leave the door to his prison open behind us and hope he was dead. We made sure.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's enough about Corpheus.
No problem.
Yeah, I think that's enough. He didn't really update too much. Okay.
Inquisitor?
How about you?
Stone Mad, Inquisitor.
Do you have insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Tell you what, you finish one, and I'll write it up. Who better, right? A good dwarven perspective.
Yeah.
Another time.
I think
Best of the vein, Inquisitor.
there's 2 of them that I'm still working on, and I think I might have missed 1 or 2. Oh, this goes here. Okay. All right. So that goes out up this way. Oh, I think I have some stuff in my croft. Where does this go? Oh, this goes up to Vivian. Okay. There's just so many doors. Okay. I do have judgment I have to do, but let me go into the croft here. See what's... Do you have anything?
So I'm thinking, you were there. I have to know what it was like. The colors, the smells, the magic. I'm sorry, it's just so exciting. You went into the Fade. If you have time, Inquisitor, do tell.
Where did you study magic? Where did you agree to, why did you agree to join us?
You seemed excited that I fell into the Fade at Adamant.
Excited? Spring gets me excited. This is a wonder. It's probably hard to relate, but dwarves don't dream. So I can't even guess what it's like. I can't even understand what dreams are. But you were there. And came back. Can I take a sample?
A sample?
Oh, that sounded sinister. I meant, can I cut a little piece off of you and do things to it? That didn't sound better, did it?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
You're after something. What is it?
I don't even know. There's this feeling, you know? You don't know. But I will. Your people cleaned you up after your fall. I wonder if anything is left. So much to think about.
So we have an operation, the Alchemist in the Fade. Okay, now I have special shipments here. Superior Staff of the Dragon. Okay, I'll have to look at all that stuff. Superior Shield. These are all schematics. Which is... Alright, we're storing this stuff. This is a bow. No, it's not as good as hers. But I think that's the one I was keeping for myself. Shield of the Anointed. Is that better than what you have? No, it's not. I'm keeping one of these for myself. Yep. Deposit. God, I got all these darn rings. And they just take up so much room. if I went through my thing, I probably have a whole bunch of them in here that are all the same. My ruins are staying here. How can we have 2 Bianca arms? How come I can't do... What about my ruins? Okay, I do have ruins. Okay. I'm down to 10. Okay, I'm happy with that. Alright, so let's go do judgment. Who is it they're bringing to me? I feel like I think most of my judgments have been wrong. Alright, get to sit on my new throne. Let's see how comfy it is.
First, this wasn't my idea. It is an issue born of titles and heir apparency and...
Who is it?
Alam Shiral is having difficulty freeing trade routes formerly controlled by Duchess Florian.
Okay.
Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided. So they ask that we judge her.
But she's dead.
This is supposed to make sense. I'm judging a box.
That was the time allotted for rebuttal. Her crimes negated any claim to... Forgive me, there is an odor.
So, she's corpses in there.
Strangely enough, something similar happened to an uncle of Emperor Leandra II. His trade routes were returned to the reigning monarch. Why don't we just follow suit?
A wise choice. Thank you for making it swiftly.
Okay, they all approved of that. So I have something kind of like an update thing that, a book thing that I now can do. Let's see what's down here. I know this is where my wine cellar is at. And the... Come on. And the, prison. Vintage. Yep, look at all the stuff I have found. I wonder if I'll get a special perk for it. And then this is the... Well, this has been cleaned up quite a bit. Oh, this is the library thing. Yes. So this hasn't been cleaned up yet. Okay. Alright, which one goes where? Here we go. Do you have anything here that needs to be picked up? They have this stuff everywhere. Okay. Alright, let's talk to you.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
At least they weren't bored.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
They've already begun composing songs about it in Val Royale, no doubt. The game's become increasingly insular in the past 2 years. Corpheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
So, where are the Duchess? Well, Celine knew. Did she?
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
The ball was a viper's nest. The ball was pretty and dull. I felt out of place,
I
yeah.
kept dreading I'd drop the wrong spoon or step on a general's foot.
Well done. Feuds that spanned ages have sparked over less.
Really?
Inquisitor never underestimates the enmity of those for whom outrage is a sport.
Okay.
I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Then we've impressed them.
Then the Inquisition's deeds have won their respect.
They'd never have contacted us otherwise. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a venatory cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevada instead of Tevinter.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, what'd you do?
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orlais is, I would assist the Imperium. Their friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer game.
So what is the King Marcus like?
What sort of man is the King of Navarra?
At this point, elderly. Many fear his health will soon fail him. Still, he is a Pentagast. Their dynasty is exceptionally strong in Nevada.
Yeah, we have to think about Cassandra.
As a Pentagast, will Cassandra be upset if we don't help her relatives?
With all respect to Sikar Pentagast, her interest in politics is best described as thin.
Why is the ruler of Tevinter turning on the Venatori?
He has little reason to love them. Archon Redanus has rightly identified Corpheus as competition. Few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
Tell me about Redanus.
Like most Tevinter rulers, he's heir to an ancient bloodline, politically shrewd, and a highly skilled mage. Rumor also claims he has an incredibly soft spot for cats.
Okay. Will aid. My family lets us help both.
I actually have relatives in Navarra. If you reason with the Archon, the Trevellians can persuade King Marcus we should help both countries.
Letting the Inquisition curry favor with both Tevinter and Nevada. Most ideal.
Okay. So, left on the divine, Jolie. Okay, that's them. Anything else, Josephine? Hello? How come I can't do anything with you? Why did you suddenly go dead on me? She did! I can't click on her! What? Okay. Let me leave. I don't want to go that way. Let me leave and come back. I don't think that's gonna work. Huh, that's strange. Alright. Council! When are they gonna clean this area up? It's still, the walls are still all down? Alright, let's do the war. I'm afraid to even look at the map. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
We're well loved in Orlais. Say the words and Empress Celine will send her support.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corpheus his army of pet demons. With Orlay's support, our numbers match his.
Corpheus's followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Let's hope we're deserters, yep.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corpheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corpheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
Good of Corpheus to make it easy to find him. If he's hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we finish him.
But what is Corpheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one.
Morrigan.
Fortunately, I can assist.
Okay.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corpheus seeks in those forgotten woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
Okay. And it is?
This
Oh.
is an Eluvian.
Oh.
An elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corpheus seeks.
So... You brought this here?
Corpheus wants this, and you brought it into my castle.
If the Darkspawn could breach these walls, would he not have already come for you? I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds. Untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corpheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Eluvian would be his.
What does it do?
Yeah.
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
Okay. It leads to the Darkspawn, if I remember right. To the very first Dragon Age Origins, that's the Darkspawn came out of it. It goes to the Fade?
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost.
Wow. So it's not the Fade.
I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Eluvians join, wherever they might be.
Yeah.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How did you find this?
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
So there's more than one world.
If they don't lead back to our world, then
places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I was safe from those who hunted me, but only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Eluvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
So you have a key?
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Eluvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Corpheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corpheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Eluvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it.
Interesting. So Meredith?
You have made Corpheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Meryl, I meant Meryl. So Meryl was onto something when she was trying to fix her Eluvian in Dragon Age 2. Interesting indeed. Okay, so now we are where? Where is this at? Can I do anything with it? Where are we at? The Eluvian is over here. Okay. All right. We still need to do. Maybe now she can. Yeah, now she can.
He likes them. Truly? Very much, Lady Ambassador. It's just butter and sugar. Ferelden taste is so simple.
Okay.
Yes?
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Marquise Hedinel is here, but Her Grace sends her apologies for missing dinner. Allergies, I'm afraid.
Allergies to what?
Wheat, eggs, honey, meat, most fish, some poultry, and even peppers, winter fruits, and every nut under the sun.
What does the Marquise subsist on?
No spite, according to her siblings, as the Marquise had the fortune to be firstborn of her family. Try to avoid invitations to any of their luncheons.
Yeah, that would be very, very boring.
It's good to see you.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Okay,
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Our warriors, what of our mages? No, we're done.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Okay, so now maybe we can actually get into the war room. I call it the war room, but it's the war council. How much stuff? Okay, I thought we had a perk. So, do I want to increase my tailoring?
What happened in Adamant is a shame. I'm still reeling over the army of demons. Imagine what would have happened if the Inquisitor hadn't arrived.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because it seems like we're always running out of room now. Yeah, I'm doing that then. Okay. Alright, what do we have on Ferelden's side? Oh, not as much as I thought it would be. In your heart shall burn. What is that one? Oh, that one's completed. Okay, never mind. It just looked like it was. Oh, it's on the other side. That's why. Okay, so we have a crew of adventurers. So I guess we must be... Okay. A report in Liliana's hand. Sutherland's company have made a request for further expeditions to Boister Inquisition.
You seem to enjoy yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana. Or was that part of the game?
Perhaps it was both.
Coppers. He seems driven to match the investment made in the group thus far. The goal is rambling but has potential. A small group is certainly better suited to ferreting out whatever misplaced city, horror-filled tomb, or borderland keep he's looking to scout. They'll have the contacts to do the work they're good at. Commit to recovery. Best to let them work and not get soldiers in their way. They'll have passage where they need it. The rest is rightfully up to them. Now let's do Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
Another delivery from the Travels of Sutherland's company. The group may not be on the Minds of Heads estate, but they've certainly brought word of the Inquisition to any number of people. Firm two-handed heft. Is that all we got from them? Okay. And then we have the Arcanist in the Fade. Yeah. A report in Arcanist Dagna's hand. An official request made officially. The Inquisitor has suffered exposure to the tears of the veil and the energy of the Fade. To properly help her endure these forces, I need to understand them. I need samples. I need remnants. I need to see, if it pleases. I request the resource for a grand experiment to peer through the veil, or as far as I can. It's an expensive investment, I know, but it's necessary, and it's only fair. I need to see. I wrote that twice. It's important to me. Arcanist Dagna, sketched below flowers and fire. She'll have what she needs. I expect it would be difficult to keep it from her. Yeah, you're right. I'll have the battlefield scoured for samples. That's as close as I would dare with her. Remnants are easy enough. I shall pull the powers we have established in your wake. She'll have what she needs. I expect it would be difficult to keep it from her. I have the battlefields scoured for samples. That's as close as I would dare with her. Let's do Josephine. Arcanist Dagna was supplied with remnants of exposures to the rifts and the Fade, and she has done something. It is perhaps best to contain her efforts to the Undercroft from now on. Oh, enhanced Bianca aiming too. Why? Does she scare you? And then we have delicate negotiations. Inquisitor, here's the thing. I don't even own a mask. Thus, when the Orlesian Empress invites me to engage in real peace talks, I get nervous. I don't know what Orlesians mean when they say that, but I hear it involves poison and dancing. Perhaps both at the same time. I'm told you know Empress Celine, and she owes you for that whole saved your life business. Considering you also helped save mine, perhaps the Inquisition could help make these talks happen? King Alistair. Oh, okay. Yeah, this would be a Josephine thing. There is a great deal of bad blood between these nations, but I will do my best to facilitate their talks.
Inquisitor.
Okay. And then on the Orlais side. Orlais. Oh, now there's more on this side. Oh, report ready. Okay. Destroy Adamant Fortress. The Chargers were able to tear down what was left of Adamant Fortress. The demons could have been a problem, but the support forces Commander Colin dispatched kept them off our backs quite nicely. With the extra time the Inquisition forces gave us, we were able to salvage a few interesting items from the wreckage of Adamant, including an old map of the surrounding area with Grave Warden supply catches marked. Hopefully it comes in handy, Lieutenant. So we got Claim Grave Warden catch and Influence. So we have a new... Oh, there's more on this side, of course. Claim Grey Warden catch. Inquisitor. Per information gleaned from the wreckage of Adamant Fortress, the Inquisition has learned of a cache of Grey Warden supplies hidden not far away. They placed such supplies to aid those fighting large numbers of Darkspawn without reinforcements. The Inquisition could make good use of them, Commander Cullen. Well, a small team could be in and out of the area with no one the wiser. The area is dangerous. We'll need a heavily armed force. Yeah, you can do it.
To work?
Okay. House... A favor returned. Ambassador Montiest, it was lovely to see you at the Winter Palace. Your presence in our court is like the emergence of the first lilies in spring. In the spirit of friendship, I am offering the Inquisition a unique opportunity. You may be aware that King Wilhelm of the Anderfels is about to celebrate the 3rd birthday of his only son, Prince Baldwin. The festivities will be quite lavish, and representatives from nearly every court in Thedas will be bringing gifts. Wilhelm is an exceedingly pious man, even for an Ander. A gift from the Herald of Andraste delivered to the party could earn the undying appropriation of the Anderfels. With regards, Celine. I think we're all... Yeah, I know exactly what to send. We need only a messenger.
Let us begin.
My dear Ambassador, please convey our helpful thanks to the Herald of the kind gift to young Baldwin. Andraste and the Wyvern is his favorite bedtime story, and the stuffed Wyvern toy has already become his most favored companion. We are shocked the news of the Inquisition's formation did not reach us for so long. We would be most interested in offering our support for your holy cause, and shall be sending an emissary directly. Cordially, Wilhelm Augustine. Enclosed is a drawing young Baldwin has done of himself in the Herald riding wyverns. I am to convey that his wyvern's name is Bern, and the Herald is Odo. Okay. I think I'm ready to go out on a mission. Instead of sitting here. House Amladris. Dorian has completed his research using the Liberium and believes that he has found a connection between Corpheus and an ancient magister named Sethus of House Amladaris. This will be difficult to prove and may be of limited use, but it's worth noting that House Amladaris still exists. Even the accusation that Corpheus and Sethus are the same person would be worthy of a scandal and tribunter, one the current members of that family might be desperate to avoid. Send them the information as a gesture of goodwill. Let's see what they do with it. Blackmail them. They would undoubtedly do the same to us if our positions were reversed. Every tribunter house has enemies. Sell the information to one of them. Well, we're talking about... Send them the information as a gesture of goodwill. Let's see what they do with it. I kind of agree with Liliana.
Inquisitor.
A quiet message arrived from House Almidorus today. Considering the speed of the response, it seems hard to believe the family had no knowledge of what Dorian found in the book. I wonder how long they've sat upon the secret, wondering if it might someday come to light. Liliana. The quiet message. My dear Inquisitor, we are most appreciative of the information you provided. How scandalous to think there might be any connection between our house and those fiends of legend. It's not true, of course, and to reassure you on that point, I intend to dedicate my family toward helping the Inquisition in its righteous struggle. Yours in faith, Magister. Yeah, I don't believe him either. No. Report ready. The Grey Warden's supply catch gave us some excellent equipment useful to any military force. It also included several rare designs not seen for hundreds of years. They should serve us well in the fights to come, Commander Cullen. Rewards received. What did we receive? We didn't receive anything. I will read one more and then aid those impacted by the Civil War. The Imperial Army will aid the Inquisition's forces against Corpheus, but they must also address lingering issues at home. Weaknesses in the Vale, no doubt heightened due to rifts, have resulted in demons on the road between Val Foret and Montsamard. This would demand a call to action at the best of times. Unfortunately, the increased number of travelers on the roads, merchants attempting to restore trade and displaced civilians returning home after the war, has made the situation worse. The head of the Imperial Army has requested assistance from the Inquisition in subduing this threat. This sounds like a Colin thing. A chance to solidify our alliance and prove ourselves their equal. A joint venture will also increase our understanding of Imperial Army structure and tactics. I totally agree. A letter marked with a Chevalier seal. It was an honor to fight alongside the soldiers of the Inquisition. The demons stood little chance. You run an impressive army, Commander. Nothing seals an alliance like the bonds formed in battle. May we find similar victories together in future. Chevalier Doucet. Influence 60. Okay. So we're done here. I think I had one thing that was already open, but that's fine. So, the war room, yep. So where do we want to go? We have a lot of stuff still left to do. I think we need the... I think the Western approach still has things. Yeah, let's go ahead and... I'm trying to clear some of this shit up. So we have... Yeah, we need to do that. We have 2 of those left. Fortress Squatters. Clear out the bandits. Holding the Western approach. Yeah, we still have one more camp to establish. Memories of the Grey. Oops, come on. The Venatari led by Service, the trouble with Darkspawn, assess the Treventer ruin. Unfinished business. Yeah, so we would need Cassandra. I think we need Blackwall too. And what do we have here? Can we now access this area? There were areas we couldn't quite get into. I'll have to... Okay, we have this. A manuscript of some authority, yes. This is the guy, and we have this. So we can go here. Blackwall's not going? Why not? What's wrong with Blackwall? Did he leave? Did he leave? He did? He's no longer here. Okay. So what happened to him? Did he go out on a mission? Oh, he left his... He did leave. That's what he... When he left his... But why? Why did he leave? He left his Inquisition medallion behind and left me. Oh my gosh, it just dawned on me that's what he did. I didn't quite understand the ramifications of that. So... Wow. But why? Okay, well, whatever. I'm on that note, a little heartbroken note, that he left me. I'm going to go ahead and close down this episode. And when we come back, I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do. So if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.